Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here at AFTERBUZZ TV for our coverage of Modern Family Season 7, Episode 18, The Party, where we will talk about Claire, Gloria, Luke, Manny, Phil, Mitch, and one of us has had a green gummy bear.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
But coming in the silence now.
Oh yeah.
A nice gif on the wide. I see someone making for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to talk about Modern Family. I'm not alone.
Never.
Starting
Never alone.
to my immediate left.
I'm Adam Salandra. You can find me at Adam Salandra. Wish you would.
Oh, all right. I'm Linsey Miller. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rockin' Mama Life.
I'm Khaliel Abooboo. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Khaliel Abooboo.
And I'm your host, Steve Kauffman. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kauffman. That is K-A-U-F-M-A-N-N. I'm also on Instagram, but I don't use the filters, and I only use it on Thursdays, so we don't have to worry too much
You
about
don't
that.
use the filters?
Why would you not use the
The
filters?
filter, as a graphic designer, the filters are just really lame.
Well, what
We're
does
not
the
gonna.
Well, you can
what does the
filter
filters
yourself.
have to do about?
I use Photoshop. Photoshop has actual filters. This isn't what the show's about, guys. This after show is about Modern Family. First thoughts of this episode.
Love. I loved that they were high. Loved that they were high.
Gummy bears.
One of us had a gummy bear.
Gummy bears.
Guess who? No, I thought it was so funny that they were high. Not that I love marijuana or anything, but I really thought it was funny. Okay.
I really, really love green gummy bears.
So I was into it.
They taste like apples.
I didn't even know that was possible.
How do you do it? It sounds amazing to me. I want to know the process of
You
putting
gotta be a
plant
weed
into
baker.
a gummy.
Into a gummy bear. Do they inject it?
Well,
or-
it's however they put weed and everything else. It's
But
just-
Well, no, you
And it's
bake it
stoner,
into
so I have a feeling
brownies
it's not
and
that
cookies. Not that
complicated.
I know from experience.
yeah, but I would think if regular baking, there's a fire, so maybe if you put the plant on fire, then the fire that you use to
Chemistry by
bake the
Khaliel
brown-
Abooboo.
I think that's it.
I don't know. I've never done
That's a
it.
possibility.
I don't know.
And I think there will be
I
many.
liked the episode.
I think there will be many a discussion in our comments. And then somebody will just link to another video.
Exactly.
And we'll learn. That's perfect.
Somebody will just link to another
Educational.
video and be like, oh, that's how you do that.
That's how you.
Well, we are in California, so
Yeah.
it's
That's
legal, right?
semi-legal.
Ish.
I think so.
Legal-ish.
Kinda.
It's decriminalized in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Let's start with Claire and Gloria. Claire got her first perk,
Yeah.
and she takes Gloria to a spa
Yes.
to get pampered. But Claire doesn't strike me as the type of mom that just goes away to the spa and doesn't worry about stuff.
First off, I love how they paired everybody in
Yes.
different pairs for this episode. That was really
It's
cool.
always my favorite thing that they
Are
do.
we all
I literally, I did not eat a gummy bear.
I don't know what happened. We're all
I just can't
fighting
complete the
for
sentence. But I say every week. That's why I was trailing. But I feel like I do say every week now. But I love to see the different pairings, and it was good tonight.
It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen a Claire Gloria pair in a minute.
We
And
have.
then,
Yeah.
But it's been more common than all the other pairs, so they had to up it. They had to double it down with Luke and Manny throwing a party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, I mean, ping pong balls in hand. They weren't trying to play a trick on us, the audience. It was no, Luke and Manny are having a party.
Right.
Yeah. It
And-
was nice.
Yeah, it was really nice, and I thought with Claire and her mom skills.
You know what? I would have
applaud
liked
her.
to see a little bit of Claire and Gloria at the actual spa.
But they never got
Just
to.
It looks like they
because-
never actually did
I know
any
they
of
never.
it.
I mean, I love the
You ain't
episode,
never
but I
happy.
also think that would have been interesting, just because I think I'm very similar to Claire, very type A. When I go to the spa, it's not an enjoyable experience, and I cannot relax. I'm
Why are you
is a
touching me?
stranger touching me? It's not a and the whole idea of a mud bath with what, really Khaliel?
You're not a
I'm
stranger.
not touching
That's
you.
not stranger.
I don't
Stranger,
care. You're fine. We have to
guys.
sit so close.
Stranger
But
danger.
but seriously, those where you sit in a vat of mud with other people and you're just naked and people I can't.
That's what a spa is.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's been
It's
a
just a
minute.
giant
for me.
mud pit.
I just don't find it enjoyable or relaxing. I should.
You've
but I'm
proven yourself to be
so
Claire
tightly
once again.
wound that I can't. So I
Maybe
would have
you
liked
should
to
have
see
a green
that.
gummy bear.
Clearly.
I have found,
My husband would probably agree.
although drugs are a bit of drugs like that are a bit of an amplifier.
It's not a drug, it's a gummy bear.
Fair enough. A gummy bear like that is a bit of an amplifier.
Full disclosure, that's why I never imbibed in high school, because I was always like super anxiety person.
That's
That
so
if I
interesting.
ever tried anything, when I did experiment in my life with like alcohol or whatever, like I get so paranoid. It's not.
When Mitch and Phil, which is
Not
a
cool.
little jump, but just to say that I was like, y'all have never tried it. It seemed insane, but that was kind of at least Mitch's reason. Was
I
like,
would be
this
like
and
Mitch.
this, and that makes sense to me.
He's like, what do you mean the paranoia? Is paranoia gonna be bad? Now he's like all paranoid about the paranoia.
Right.
Like that would be me.
Oh, that's a shame because
I know.
otherwise I would just write your prescription right now because it sounds like you could use a little relaxation.
We've learned something important, that Adam can write people prescriptions.
Adam is a doctor.
I'm a doctor, but only with the green plus signs.
do you work in one of those little
I
places?
don't know.
He's a green doctor.
For
So
superheroes.
Yes.
I think we've alluded to it enough. We can get into Phil.
He's always
Talking
want to talk
about
about.
pot.
Talking about, well, they were headed to a movie that seems to me like Star Wars meets Guardians of the Galaxy meets Doctor Who.
Meets something I would
Yeah.
never ever go to.
That sounds exactly like something I would go to.
I was gonna say, you know,
it
for a
looks
reason.
really fun.
All it needs is Dave Bautista in one of the roles,
I don't even know who
and
that is.
I'm already sold, already in.
Well, there's no girls there, so I'm supposed to.
I would stand by that.
Fair enough. Dwayne The Rock Johnson would have to star though.
No.
You guys know who that is, though.
Co-star.
I do know The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
Wow.
I know. The Rock's hot.
All right. Anyway,
So she's
Moving
in.
on.
one of us has had a green gummy bear.
I wish one of us really, or maybe we did, because like there's a lot of weirdness going on, and like I want people to really be trying to guess who was it. Did we?
So they're in line for that movie. Gentleman comes up, gives them 2 green gummy bears, and was anybody else thinking this was a false flag?
Well, it was
No,
said
I
out
thought
I
loud, so I
did.
was.
I did, honestly. I was like, who just walks around handing out green gummy bears?
Well, it
Like,
was Phil had sold him a house.
Yeah, like,
you know, he's
You
doing
know, it
him
was
a
established
solid.
that would be a friend that would give. That would be a friend who would give a fellow friend in need.
He's in
Yeah.
a bluegrass band.
But like,
It's
why would you need gummy bears to watch a movie? Like, I'm already really excited to see this movie. I don't
know.
need any.
Is it like 3D glasses?
But
Enhance
like,
the
and
experience.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
No, I get
like,
you.
Like when Civil War comes out, like I don't need anything for Civil War. Like I just need to go see the movie.
But bro, you seen Civil War High?
Civil War, a real
No.
movie coming out? Like they're making a movie about that?
Okay.
Just can't think of anything less enjoyable to watch.
I don't think it's about the actual Civil War from America.
I'm gathering we need to do a quick media brief before we go on. We're gonna get our references together.
Right.
Oh,
This is who Batista
I
is. This is
figured
who-
you The Instagram news.
Batman and Superman, I might have could use some green gummy bears, but Civil War, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good to go.
No, but that was fun. But I think the idea was that they were going out to have fun, and it was also the realization that they had never,
yeah,
Yeah.
just 2 guys
Why
on the
not?
town.
because they're
Why
two, but
not?
they're two dudes who like don't have like a deep well of sadness in them, and that's usually where people turn to drug use. Like
Yeah.
they seem like people who are like genuinely just happy with the way that things are, except
Yeah.
for like a drink or two maybe. So it would be a matter of if somebody offered it in this
Sure.
scenario where it's like,
Okay.
well, no, because if it's similar to like if I offered you cake right now,
Well,
you'd be like, I wasn't thinking about having cake.
I wasn't, but
But
now I am.
you offered me
Yeah.
cake. That does even if you hadn't had cake for 3 years or
And
ever.
I think we've seen this story. I mean, in comedy, in like this kind of comedy world, we've seen it a couple times. Usually, it's like parents or something like that, and they have like a date night, and they're like, "Do you wanna
Yeah.
smoke pot?" And they like,
course.
smoke pot, and they haven't done it since they were in
gonna
college or high
become
school,
that-
and they
Adult.
and they like relive that like wild youth because their lives are boring.
Wow.
Well,
Way to make a
refuse
judgment
to
on their
become
lives.
that
No,
person.
I can say it 'cause I lived
I was
it.
gonna say we have the proof.
but Phil and Mitch have to go back to the house because the smoke
The
alarm
smoke alarm.
had a
Yes.
digital alarm. Man, that Nest system. Let me tell you.
It's too
It's
good.
crazy.
Too good.
It's crazy. For a cigar at that? Well, was it a pipe?
It was a pipe.
It was a pipe, yeah.
It was still smoke in
For-
general.
Yeah, but that's too small to set up an alarm.
Why does Manny have a pipe?
It's
Hefner.
perfect.
I mean,
Manny.
I understand why Manny
Yeah.
has a pipe, but like,
The
why?
he's the classiest dude on the
He's
show.
a classic man.
So weird. That kid is so weird.
You're not a fan of Manny, I forgot.
No, I don't find him funny. I just think he's weird.
But that's what's. No, I'm done. What's
Don't
funny
bother.
is that most will find him weird, but that he's also relatable
No.
to a section of the audience.
A
Section of the
A section I am not
I
a
don't
part
relate
of.
to him.
I relate to most. Like, I can find things I relate to in most of the characters on the show. I would arguably say all of the characters at one moment or another you know find you can relate to, and that's why I love the show, and I think a lot of people do. But Manny, I've yet to find that moment where I'm like, yeah, I feel you, Manny. The
He's just
struggle's real. I'm like, you're just weird.
He's a classy gentleman, but in a child's body.
Yeah,
I get that, but he's not to me. To me, for something to be really funny, it needs to be grounded in reality, and I don't feel like there's a whole lot of reality in his character. And that's where I don't like Manny, because I feel like it's so. I understand the juxtaposition is funny or whatever, but I feel like it's so over the top that it's not relatable. And on a show where all of the characters are so insanely relatable and their problems are relatable, and that's why it's funny, because it's real and you get it and you've been there and you relate. He's such an outlier in that, and that's why I don't like him.
Well, if y'all are Manny supporters, let us
Sorry.
know
Yeah.
Hashtag
how
not a
much
fan
you
of Manny.
disagree with her.
Please don't send at Rockin' Mama Life hate mail. We just talked about that, guys. If you have nothing
Free
nice
Manny.
to say.
hashtag Manny is relatable.
yeah, exactly.
He's not.
I
know you and I disagree on the Manny character. That's my issue. Is I feel like it's not grounded in reality.
okay.
So moving on to Cam and Jay.
exactly.
They don't find each other relatable, but didn't they tonight?
Bang, bang, bang,
What?
bang,
What?
bang. Look
What
at
with
that
the segment of the century?
Hey!
Keeping it. Yeah.
you wanna
You're
switch
out.
tabs?
I threw you the alley-oop.
I was gonna
Slam
say,
dunked it.
you helped me
Slam
out.
dunked it.
Someone's been practicing his transitions.
The gummy bear wore off is actually what happened, and I'm like, I need to go. So let's do this. No, I was happy for them, though, because I think it's literally been 8 seasons coming that they finally are like, okay, we're kind
Yeah,
of.
and not only that, but they are incredibly, like, they have the most in common of all these pairings.
Yeah.
Strangely
because
true.
minus Cam being gay and married to Jay's son.
Yeah.
They actually have so much in common.
He's
they're
like a
both into
sports
love
dude.
They're both like,
Yeah.
That's why they were both
they're
going to
both
watch
like,
the same thing.
Yeah, like they're both more realistic type A's. Mm-hmm. Like not like Mitch's type A or like Claire's type A, but there's a type A that's a bit more relaxed.
that would
That
be
always
me.
struck me as real.
Is that true? Because I was like, I'm
confused.
type A, but I'm like, not type A.
Yeah,
So I'm
well,
like,
but that's a confusing way to put it. You can be type A and all about stuff in your mind, but
I think
be
it's
able
more
to take a
alpha
step
male,
back. Okay.
than type A. Because I wouldn't say he's type A, because he's not so tightly wound,
Okay.
right? Or like neurotic, because I feel like that's like type A, but I feel like he's very alpha dominant. They're both very alpha
Yes, they
dominant
are. Alpha
personalities.
male is the better way to put it.
Yeah.
I do feel a type A personality can not be so tightly wound.
well, let's
Yeah.
talk about that later, too.
Maybe
So
that's.
I want to know.
Well, when we have that psychology class,
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
we get all of it.
Because I want to know what type
Psychology
I
major.
am.
Useless
So-
major. But that was
so-
mine.
Film major,
Intrigued.
same deal.
I think we all probably have useless majors. And that's why we're here.
Wow. All right.
Whoa.
This.
Whoa.
Took us all down, and the studio, and college in one fell swoop.
That's. Congrats.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Gonna
awesome.
be FA.
I have no words.
Because you didn't go to college.
I did. I went twice, actually.
Oh,
know why.
overachiever. Or under. I'm not
So-
sure which.
Third time's a charm.
Under and grad.
Cam and Jay are watching a fight at a bar as a play date. Because we've all
Yeah,
seen.
yes.
Because at some point, like when you do play dates with kids, but you also wind up doing play dates with significant others.
Yes.
That it's like
Or
no,
forced play dates.
Yeah, like a bit of a forced play date.
I've sent my husband on a couple.
Where it's like, you like cars. He also likes cars.
You should go to the car show.
Do you want to go to a car show? No, I don't want to go to a car show. Do you want to just not go somewhere, but just leave the house?
Yeah, they were forced into it. I loved
My
it.
least favorite thing is being in a situation where like it's just us and now we have to make small talk, but we don't really care, and that's what they were in. But they found 2 others. They found they love to gamble.
Yeah.
They worked it out.
Good thing
Yeah.
that never happens to us on these panels.
What?
Well, last week it was just the two of us, and I only felt uncomfortable, I'd say 45% of the time.
There was a show last week?
The last time,
Oh,
last
the last
episode.
time. I was like,
Or I
was
meant
like,
you and
wow.
me, so.
I was like,
You were here.
I really missed.
He's like, Steve, you were here.
I meant you. So.
Which one had the green gummy bear?
This is a fun game.
I really enjoy. Jay is one of my favorite characters on this show the whole
I
time.
will
He's great.
completely agree with you.
Yeah, he's great.
Because not only is he so relatable and so well written, but he's so he's so ideal to Ed O'Neill's career of just like this old dog who's seen a lot and has a lot of wisdom,
Totally.
and
totally.
but also knows what he doesn't know. Which is, I don't know, maybe that's not a
He has a lot of depth to his character.
yeah, that he knows what he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And I wonder how his YouTube channel's doing.
What? His YouTube channel?
He's a
Yeah.
YouTube. He's a live show on YouTube.
And
I wonder if the views are going up. I wonder what's his SEO score
I
like.
hope so.
Does he need a guy? Does he need somebody to do like thumbnails for him
Are you trying to get hired
by a fictional character?
by a fictional character's YouTube
I'm pretty sure you pitch yourself to one of the characters at least once a week, and I think one day it's gonna stick. So don't
One
give
day.
up.
Oh, wow.
One day, like when I said when I pitched myself as Alex's rebound.
Huh?
Like, I
Yes.
think that's about to happen at some point.
Any day now. She wasn't even on tonight, but if she was,
Yeah,
one step
no,
closer.
Alex.
No.
We
She
got
could just
Haley
have a-
briefly. Haley,
Yeah, Haley was a co-star today, a co-star
She's
role.
down with the swirl. I'm here.
Wait, who, Alex?
Oh,
Oh, now
is
double
she-
pitches.
How old is she?
I don't see things that way, Khaliel. I didn't know what you were talking about
Don't
initially.
worry about it.
What?
I didn't even notice till this moment.
You're black?
That's crazy.
In a really
Couple
good,
years now.
in a really good bottle episode, everything comes all together in the final beat.
As always.
Everyone's in the same room. Phil and Mitch are looking throughout the house. Claire is trying to interrogate both the boys. Cam and Jay come back and make a ruckus outside. And that's what they think the party is, and then we get that one.
Until the
We
guy
get that
jumps
one
out the
Hitchcock. We get that one Hitchcock moment where it's
Body drops.
literally a Hitchcock moment, because it's always like the thing you build up to, like, everybody's outside making noise. The jig is up. They come out, and then they're like, nope, that's not the problem. We're so sorry. Everything's fine. Nope. He drops out the window.
He had to get to another party. I mean, you know.
I mean,
Kids.
I mean, that was his third party, because the first party was in that house. Then the second party was that silent cell phone party
Oh, that was awesome.
in the top floor of that house.
Great commentary on our youth
Yeah.
today.
And then
Yeah.
he had an iPad party to get to.
Yeah, I'm
He
sure.
had a
I'm
silent, he had a
sure.
silent
Yeah.
rave iPad
Those
party.
are so much
yeah,
better.
where they watch BuzzFeed videos
Yes, you
and
you
laugh
were
out
at-
loud, and you're not sure what everyone's laughing at.
were you-
I've
yeah,
been to
you
one of
don't-
those.
Yeah, you don't sync them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you at that one last week?
Yeah, it was
At that
great.
warehouse?
It's
It was
great,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
They
it's
shut
awesome.
that whole they shut the warehouse
That's
down. though.
awesome. What's really cool is when you guys get to do the quizzes together. Those are the best parts.
Yeah.
Those are the best. But I enjoyed Jay's wisdom in this episode specifically, where he was just like, yeah, you do what all parents do. You be a flat out hypocrite.
Yeah. And
By
then
the way,
they'll-
these two are stoned.
the best.
Yes.
What a great ending.
It
And
was
they were
good.
just sheepish.
Also, Lindsay's cell phone had
My cell phone.
had the green gummy bear. Said
So-
one of
My
us.
cell phone had the green. I was
The answer's been
so
revealed.
confused.
The answer has been revealed. I
didn't even
You're
know.
not supposed to give it away. You're supposed to
I
let
didn't
them
even
guess in
know
the
she was a
comments.
drug addict.
Well, you didn't even know we
they'll-
could be in a
But
gummy
they'll
bear.
guess in the comments while they watch the show, so it'll still be
They
fine.
won't.
They will.
We're busy watching. We're so fucking entertaining. We're so entertaining.
We're talking about drugs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dropping
this is already a
F-bombs.
very explicit episode, for sure.
It's too racy. Too racy.
Speaking of
Khaliel.
racy, let's jump right into the line of the night. Starting
Line of
with
the night.
Khaliel, who has a lot to say.
Okay, guys. Hey, so my line of the night is, all right, are you ready for this? Get ready for it. I'm coming right now. When
You need a moment? 'Cause that was a
Totally lost
long
his
prep.
name.
Do you want to borrow one of
Manny.
mine?
No,
I have several.
Luke, no. Get your lines out of here.
Cheating.
All right?
I do.
More drugs.
When Luke said, I am one dead cell phone battery away from a conversation.
That was one
That
of
was the
mine.
last one on my list. Conversation breaking out.
That was awesome.
That was funny. That was hilarious.
That was good.
I thought it was good. Good
That
stuff.
was good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I liked when Phil was talking about how this is the perfect opportunity for them to eat the gummy bears because there's no kids and he was wearing Velcro sneakers.
Are Velcro sneakers not cool?
I didn't know what that had to do with anything.
Was that a real question?
Mine was.
I'm gonna say that for a friend.
Velcro sneakers, if you're not a toddler and can tie your own shoelaces, are probably not your best
But
purchase.
it's so convenient, I bet.
But I thought like that was like a fad or something maybe. Aren't there like shoes out now that are like Velcro and it's like the new hotness?
Or don't they make those?
No,
but they
I
make
think
those
like
chucks with no
crotchety
laces,
old
though.
men that have like arthritis in their hands and can't tie their shoes anymore. That's what they make them for.
Look at
It's
look
so
at that.
much more convenient. Why are we making?
I just don't like the sound of Velcro.
There's form and
I
function.
don't think anyone should wear Velcro shoes. I just thought that was hysterical. His like
make 'em
reasoning
pretty.
for why
Well,
it was
you-
like the perfect opportunity.
I may or
Pretty
may not
in
have
pink.
owned Velcro shoes for a long period in my life.
I'm not
For
surprised
no
at that.
medical or physical reason.
Yeah,
Other
we're
than that, I
glad you've
didn't-
moved on. You're wearing shoes with laces or flip flops or something.
And he tied them himself.
All right, Adam.
I'm gonna say a racy quote.
Oh.
And in fact, I don't know the exact quote, but it was when Claire
Oh my
was interviewing, so to speak, Manny, and was saying, you know, the white kid's not gonna get in trouble or
yeah.
something
That was
like
funny.
that. That
That
is
was
funny. They
funny.
keep doing these like
That was
race jokes, and I'm
wrong.
like,
Wrong and right.
Mine was a simple one from also Claire. Don't worry, Lily. There won't be girls there.
yeah.
Which
Right.
sums
And
Cool.
and we've proven here tonight.
Tonight.
which sums
she
up
doesn't even know what Civil War is.
which sums up
Is
like
that a real freaking? Is it out right now?
No, May 6th. Civil War.
So you have some
Every
time.
theater, everywhere.
Robert Downey Jr. represents the South, and then Chris Evans represents the North. Right? That's
No,
It's like a
Yeah.
real movie
Yeah.
about the Civil War.
No,
But,
no, no, no.
We're
but
gonna
the
talk-
South wins though, so can you really say that?
well, if you already know what happens, how could you be so excited?
I think this is where we have this conversation.
Yeah.
Off camera. If you guys
I'm
wanna,
sorry, guys.
I'm gonna start out of order here. If you guys want to explain to Linsey Miller what Marvel's Civil War is,
Oh,
you
it's
can-
like a comic book movie
you can
about
really-
the Civil War? No.
you can find her at.
I know what Marvel is, so thank you.
At Rockin' Mama
At
Life.
Rockin' Mama Life on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, hashtag love Manny.
Yeah.
Don't know about
Love Civil
man
War.
movies. Manny and man movies. That's all I'm about.
All right, so I'm at Khaliel Abooboo, and if you're a fan of comics, obviously like me, we can tweet and Instagram about them all day long at Khaliel Abooboo, Twitter and Instagram. Follow me.
That sounds exciting.
Gunny moves.
Or we can talk about Modern Family too. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, or Modern Family. You know,
Velcro shoes, whatever.
I'm Adam Salandra. Okay, well,
Are
if I
you?
can't say my own name, it was me with the green gummy. I'm Adam Salandra at Adam Salandra.
And as always, I'm Steve Kauffman. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kauffman. That is Kaufmann. Maybe I had the green gummy bear.
No, I had the green gummy.
Never know.
I did not have the green gummy bear.
Mann. And thanks for geeking out with us.
And geeking, we did.
Did you really just steal Zach Wilson's outro?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Zach Wilson?
What was it?
Happened in the moment. The guy who looks like me.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.